Hi everybody, WaxFraud here and welcome to a brand new Hardcore Minecraft episode. Today we are revamping the lake down here and turning it into a metropolis. We've been ignoring this area for far too long. This is a custom lake. We have the Nylium, we have the kelp and the sea pickles down there. But as you can see, we don't have any life up here on the land, and that is going to change today. Over all of the tough and mossy cobblestone walls, we're going to start to build some docks that are going to lead to buildings that go all the way around. Eventually, we're going to have some villagers move in, like this guy down here. I believe this is Starsky. He was all the way at the starter house, and now he's just chilling over here in the water. What are you doing? It seems like there are more chickens in this lake than villagers right now, and we're probably going to have to change that soon. And, well, we just made another baby chicken. We do have this guy up on the cliff, but he's just kind of staring at this other cliff, kind of just wasting his life. What are you doing also? We need to give you a purpose. We do have a starter house as well as a staircase that takes you up to the barn, but that's not nearly enough. This whole area is going to have to get revamped. But before we do that, there's a couple of things that we have to attend to. In the last episode, we made a brand new Happy Ghast sanctuary. We're going to land on Roger right here. Look at this. Oh man, I just love flying back here. In the comment section of the last video, I did ask you guys to name the new gas. We have a lime green and a magenta gas, and you guys had the perfect names. This first one over here, this is going to be Cosmo, and then over here, we're going to have Wanda. And these are just the best additions. Guys, thank you for all the name suggestions. But I think we made this thing look pretty cozy. I put Zapixel's tutorial link in the last episode because that was my inspiration for this build. It kind of has like a gassed hotel feeling, but you guys named it the gas station, and I just love that. Going from the second level to the third level, we get a great view of Waxteros. Also, the resin farm is looking good over here too. On some recent streams, we moved around some of the animals. I figured we needed a dog over here with us at the auto storage system, and so I moved Mr. Bark down here. I hope he enjoys it. One of my favorite pets in this world probably should be at the place that we visit the most. I'm gonna grab some pale oak fences from the auto storage system though, because there's one thing that I wanted to fix at the Guardian farm. You guys have been commenting a lot of good suggestions over the past few episodes, and I really want to take care of something real quick. Since the Guardians have been spawning in all of the bubble elevators, you guys have been giving me some good ideas on how to fix that. So I'm going to start here right now. What we could do is, just for a little bit of preventative measure, is just get some blocks in here, specifically some fences, so that the Guardians cannot spawn. They need at least a 1x2 area to spawn, so it's good to have them here right now, and we're going to go up on this one as well. Moving down, there's a lot of blocks that we missed. We were going way too fast. Can I swim? Hold on, there we go. Keep going. We got to get these guys in too. Now we should be able to travel throughout the Guardian farm without any Guardians trying to attack us. I do want to show you guys real quick the updates to the storage room. I've been slowly working on this over the past few live streams, and we got a lot of our miscellaneous items down here that we're going to be using. Everything from the scaffolding down there to the glass. We got some of the iron blocks that we've been using, all of our soul campfires, lanterns and torches, amethyst, redstone blocks, and copper, even the skulk blocks. Well, not actually the skulk blocks, but you know what I mean, like the sensors and the shriekers and the catalysts. Daniel knows what I'm talking about. Get back on your glowstone, buddy. I want to walk over here real quick to show you guys the temporary frog sanctuary. It's kind of a frog farm or a tadpole farm, because this is where we are going to have Hip and Hop over here. These guys are going to make all of our tadpoles in these 3 corners, and we'll take the tadpoles to the necessary biomes to make different colored frogs from now on. And with all that being said, a frog sanctuary is coming soon. Also, a frog light farm. It is coming soon. These frogs we've had since episode 1, so I'm glad we finally have a little bit of a place for them, and I want to show you guys where our nether storage used to be, because I moved every block over here into the auto storage system, but no longer. Now, we have 2 striders in here that are taking a bath in the lava right now. We could add more striders over here. This isn't really a sanctuary. I blocked this off because this is where I come in from the water up top, and water damages the striders, and I don't want them to get damaged. It would be tragic if these guys got hurt. I do want to mention, though, while we're in here, guys, if you want to name them, feel free to throw the suggestions down below. I'm taking Strider name suggestions today. It feels really good to have this storage system completely revamped. We have all of our miscellaneous items here and all of the important items over at the auto storage system, which is where I'm going to have to go right now because, you know, we need to start building around the lake. I'm going to need some wood, some deep slate, some stone. I'm going to need a lot of blocks. Let's just travel through the nether portal because it's much, much faster. Seriously, only takes about 10 seconds to get to the auto storage system. I love traveling like this. But I did hear a ghast, and he is right here. Sir, you're gonna have to go. Did he leave me a tear? I need to collect those tears, and no, he did not. Gas tears have just been recently becoming a lot more valuable to me because they turn into the happy gaslings when you craft them. We could also trade them with the piglins, but I mean, I'm gonna collect as many tears as I can. What's up, Mr. Bark? Let me tell you, it is good to see you every time I come back. A lot of the wood we're gonna be using today is spruce, so I'm probably gonna have to grab at least 20 stacks of this. We're going to be using a lot of oak logs as well, and we are running low, so you're going to notice a nice little oak tree farm at the top of the hill where we're going to be building today. We're going to be using various other log types like birch and jungle, maybe some mangrove in there too, but mostly spruce and oak. That's what we're going to be using today. Some andesite's going to work well. Lots of cobblestone. Get over here. The walls around the lake are completely made out of mossy cobblestone, mossy stone bricks, and the tuff, so I'm not going to use those too much in the builds just so we don't have too much of the same color. But you know for sure we're about to use as much deep slate as possible. It is my favorite block in the game, so I will be getting a lot of this cobbled deep slate and taking it with me. See you later, Mr. Bark. We will probably be back soon. I'm going to need a lot more materials than I'm thinking right now, most likely. Probably going to have to go mining for more deep slate again, too, once I turn all of this into deep slate tile and deep slate bricks. This episode's going to be a lot different than the others because I will usually just build one giant structure per episode, but today we're going to build about 20 little houses around the lake. The sun shining through this thing is never going to get old. I love the purple rays that come through. And I'm never over here to say what's up to Sniffy or say what's up to Hot Dog. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm still not really sure how the cleric got in here. Maybe he just wants to be a sniffer. But let's go ahead, let's fly down here. I'm going to set up a little base of operations on the corner under these acacia trees. Slap all of our shulker boxes down, and you know, I think to start this off, we probably should just get a nice little pathway going. We're most likely going to have to take some spots of the pathway around, but a lot of it is going to remain permanent. It does seem like we have to take away some of these walls, though, because if I want to go up this level here, this wall, yeah, it's just going to have to go. So it looks like we're doing some landscaping today, too. I'm not going to go back too far. I don't mind if the houses are built into the mountainside a little bit, but the pathways, these are going to need to be flat. I'm never over here on this part of the lake, and looking at WaxFraud from all the way down here, man, this is just glorious. Having a giant deep slate castle for all of the townsfolk to look at, it's just perfect. We're gonna have to get this place lit up as well, because I know for a fact we're gonna have some creepers, zombies, and skeletons, and spiders, all four of them. They're gonna be running down the mountain trying to attack me while I'm building. I guess I never thought about this area as well. On the bottom of the castle, we do have a big custom river right here that the town is gonna run into. We could just make the path stop here, and we could have a nice little mill here at the edge of the town. But of course, it's all just ideas until we officially get this stuff built. A lot of the stone on the ground we're going to have to replace with dirt so we can turn it into pathways. I just heard a zombie burning up, but I don't know where he came. Yeah, we got a cave right here. That's most likely where he came from. Oh, never mind. He's right here, and he just burned up before our eyes. Just to prevent any more zombies, or hopefully not any creepers from spawning, let's get this place lit up. Along the path blocks, I will usually just use the spruce and the oak, as well as the stone brick, cobblestone, and the cobbled deep slate, but I'm gonna wait because some of these paths are not permanent. As soon as the path is a little bit more finished, and we know exactly where all these houses are gonna go for this village, we'll start to lay down some of those path blocks. I wanted the path to be mostly 3, sometimes 2 blocks wide depending on where the path is, but now that we have this level kind of cleared out, this wall over here is huge, by the way, but the only way to fix that and make it look a little bit nicer is to add some stone bricks. So I'm just going to get a wall of stone bricks around here. Imagine if erosion was real in Minecraft, that'd be crazy. I guess that would be the main function for this wall, but I'm going to put this wall here and I'm going to have some houses that are going to be integrated with it. There's going to be some down below reaching into the water and some up above, while some are going to go over and above. And if that's a little bit confusing, it'll make more sense once the buildings start getting placed. I wanted to wrap the wall all the way around the corner as well right here where we started our little build operation. I think it would just, yeah, it's gonna fit pretty well just leaning up against the barn too. We might have to do a little bit more landscaping over here, but that's gonna be a-okay with me. Now I just need to find the spruce logs, and there they are. Okay, so I just need to start adding in some outlines for the build. Now that we have the secondary wall up, we're going to get the mill over there for sure, but I'm going to sprinkle in some starter house outlines as well. Starting on this end, I think this would be nice and tall. Most of the builds are going to have these spruce outlines. They're not all going to have the spruce outlines, but most of them will. I'll probably use some oak too, but mostly spruce. I think the mill is a very good spot to start. It's just going to be one of the staples of this build. It's going to probably provide the power for the rest of the houses. This ravine right here is so small. There's so many creepers that could come out of this thing. Let's go ahead and light this up, and I'm going to move in just a little bit further. This thing is so easy to miss, and so many mobs could spawn in there. Also, I'm back in the woods a little bit more, and you can just see all the grass blocks that the Endermen have been placing. What are they doing? This redecoration is just not it. As we start to build back into the hills a little bit, we're going to have to start covering all these up. Starting this is getting me pretty excited, though, because, like I said, I normally just build one big, massive structure, but now we're going to have many different structures with a bunch of different themes. I'm gonna have to start chopping down a lot of these trees too, because they're definitely just in the way from where I want to build these structures. Leaves be gone, thank you. You guys aren't even attached to a tree. Oh, well, never mind, I see the oak logs now. I feel like if the builds are staggered up and down all the way across the lake, it's going to make the builds come to life a little bit more, so I'm gonna build this one. Since the mill was down there, I'm gonna build this one up here. And none of this might not make any sense right now because I'm only doing the outlines, but I feel like once we start to get the interiors built and get some of the walls up for these builds, it'll all start to make sense. So we have one on the ground, one up above the wall, and then now this one's going to reach over the wall a little bit. It'll be cool having the pathways go directly to the front door of some of these houses. So this house will have a front entrance from the pathway, but then as it creeps into the hillside, we'll have this secondary level. Some of these builds are going to be a little taller as well, kind of acting as some watchtowers. Speaking of watchtowers, I think this village might get some before I even build any in my city. I've never built any watchtowers over in my city. The beacon tower is like the closest thing we get to a watchtower. Well, I guess this giant castle could be considered a watchtower. You can get to the top and watch everything from there. I've taken down a lot of oak trees over here, so I'm just going to start using these for the trim of this next exterior. Sir, I'm trying to build. You're going to have to get out of here. I like your armor, but oh, you know what? You don't have any armor. You're going to be a little bit easier for me to take down. Now might be kind of a cool time to start practicing building some diagonal builds. I really don't ever try this at all, so I think now might be a good time to do it because we're going to have a lot of different shapes and styles of builds. I really don't even know where to start, but I think it might help if we start getting some alleyways in between the houses so I know where the paths are going to be. Like, I'm pretty sure connecting the houses like this is not the way you're supposed to do it, but we're gonna get better as we go along. What's the village looking like so far? Oh, that's alright. Even with the outlines, it's kind of looking cool, because I can kind of picture where everything's gonna go. We have the mill, a lot of different houses. That's 5 different houses that we have going right now. But the main thing I'm gonna start worrying about is the paths in between, like I just mentioned. So let's go ahead and start little staircases like this. I'm gonna build into the walls a little bit. So we're gonna take down these stone, and we're gonna have to do a little bit more landscaping. I'll take some free coal, thank you, appreciate that. This part of the mountain is a little bit taller, so it's gonna make the staircase seem a little bit taller, but not all of them are going to be this tall. This is gonna be a fun way of getting in and around the houses up on this second level. We just need a couple of bings, a couple of bangs, a couple of booms, and a couple of bops. And wait, gotta get this tree out of the way. And alright, well, hold on. No, I still can't move. Now we're up on the secondary level. We just gotta continue taking all these trees out. There are quite a few trees. And then, of course, these walls need to be taken out as well. We're gonna replace these with more stone so that it seems like it has much more of a barrier. Also, guys, check out the live streams on Twitch and on YouTube. It's just twitch.tv/WaxFraud, and of course, if you're already watching this on YouTube, then you know the channel name, but I'm going to start doing a little bit more of this build on live streams, because it's going to take me so long to get this landscaped and built, so yeah, feel free to check them out. The town starts to take shape once you get all the logs stripped as well. We have oak stripped, and we have the spruce stripped, as well as some of the spruce left unstripped to kind of make a darker oak feeling. I have one building that touches the water right now, but there will be more. I'm gonna get this stripped as well. Time to hop under the water, get a little wet, and okay, that looks good. If I take a look back, I have 26 different buildings, and I have 6 staircases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. These staircases I will end up finishing as I go through each building one by one, but I like the different types of logs that we have right now. think I'm gonna fly down here and get one more stripped spruce building that touches the water. Let's get up about 3 and make our way down 5. Yeah, this one's gonna look a little bit better if we just have these spruce logs stripped down. With all the outlines of the buildings up, or most of them at least, I'll probably get a couple more buildings and maybe make a couple of them taller. Like, I didn't realize until I got this far away that these two buildings were, like, pretty much identical. But that won't be the case as soon as we start getting the roofs implemented. Let's get some cobbled deep slate stairs right here. And you know what? Let's just start on this guy right here. I want to add in a roof, or at least the outline of the roof as well, before we start using various amounts of blocks in order to fill the roof in. We'll move up with some slabs at first on most of these, then we'll move into stairs. And I mean, this roof isn't going to be too large. Oh, okay, the wandering trader showed up at night. Dude, what are you doing? Why are you hiding like this? Hold on, what are you selling? Nothing that I really need. You can get out of here. Ran away and made me hit his llama. Wait, hold on. I see the bubbles that you're using to breathe. Get out. And be gone. I'm gonna get a couple more roofs made with the cobbled deep slate before I start working with the brick and the granite. And not all of them I need to use slabs. Like, we could just go all the way up with the stairs on this one. Make a more traditional roof. No angling upward with any slabbage. A couple of the roofs we can just make pretty steep by adding in full blocks all the way up. Yeah, like 1, 2, and then boom, and then hold on, let's get you up. Now this is a tall roof right here. This place is going to be a lot cooler if each building has its own unique characteristics. These guys are just following me day and night. Dude, leave me alone, let me build in peace. There's actually no way you could possibly reach me, so what are you doing? Get off of my oak logs! A couple of these roofs, you might notice they are not actually going to be in odd numbers. I always work with odd numbers, but I am trying to make these builds a little bit different. These aren't looking too bad right now. I like the cobbled deep slate. I might get some deep slate tile up there, but for now, let's work in some extra colors. Let's get the bricks on here. As long as the granite is right beside them, it's going to look pretty good. I just believe that brick and granite are one of the best combos in the game when used properly. Start moving up with some regular blocks to make it a little bit steeper. This is going to turn out to be some of the most fun that I've had in a while, because I just get to do pretty much whatever I want to all these builds. Not that I don't get to do that with the other massive structures, but having all of these look unique, I don't know, I'm just having a lot of fun doing this right now. And like I mentioned earlier, I didn't want these two builds to be identical. Well, I guess they wouldn't be because they're a little bit different in color, but yeah, they were kind of the same height and they just looked like identical buildings. So I want one to be taller than the other. We'll bring this over and then we'll bring the roof in with some deep slate tiles. Bing, bang, boom, and a bop, and even one more bop. Okay, let's just see. Ouch. Let's see. Ouch again. Let's see what this looks like from a little bit further away. And nice. Okay, this is all starting to come together. Whoa, get out of here. And now I'm on fire. Hold on. No more of that. Again, zombies and everybody else. I am just trying to build in peace. Everybody's trying to stop me from having fun. I do not appreciate that. Another wandering trader already. Dude, what are you doing? Your llamas can't even get through. Okay, you're hurting your own llamas. That's gonna cost you. Hold on, what do we got here? Firefly bushes, already got pretty much everything, and this is just a bad salesman. You're out of here, buddy. You're gone, and sorry, llama. You're gonna have to go too. Just guilty by association. I am not appreciative of bad salesmen. Get me a good one. We got a skeleton down here, and ow, my guy. Hold on a second. You're done. Get out. They are just not making this easy, are they? Pretty sure I just saw a creeper out of the corner of my eye. Hold on, where's he at? I am not crazy, you're crazy. Where's he at? Hold on, where did he go? Oh, never mind, there he is. You are the one that's crazy, I'm not crazy. Where's he going? What are you doing down there, buddy? Go ahead and just get yeeted. Got about half of the roofs done right now, and it's looking so much better already. I'm gonna take a shulker box with me to the auto storage system real quick, because I feel like, we have brick, deep slate tile, but I want to get another type. Maybe some diorite, maybe some mud bricks. Only one way to find out if it's gonna look good. What's going on, Roger? How you doing, buddy? No time to say what's up, though. We could use diorite, and then maybe we could switch it up. I know I said I wasn't gonna use any tuff on the buildings, but maybe some tuff on the roof would look pretty nice. I don't have too much tuff with me, and I always have to go back and mine for more, so I want to be a little conservative with what I'm using, but, I think it's just going to end up looking better. Ooh, actually, before I leave, what we could do is make some sandstone stairs. Maybe we could get some sandstone on the walls. That would be a little unorthodox for me. I never use sandstones in builds, so, I mean, maybe we could give this a try. Mr. Bark, it was good to see you again, and I will most definitely be back. A lot of people have been asking when I'm going to finish this nether highway, and I think I'm going to do that as soon as I complete the Froglight farm. And if you guys didn't know... Ooh, wait, hold on. There's a ghast. Where are you at, buddy? Time to make some tears. There you are. Pretty sure I just saw that guy dip below the lava. What are these ghasts up to in here? I'm not even going to wait for him to come back up, but I'll show you the Froglight farm if you guys forgot. It's been a little bit since I came out here to destroy this entire bastion. This thing is... amazing. We have the magma cube spawner right there, and the Froglight farm is basically ready to be made. Whoa, we got magma cubes already. Guys, get out of my face. Begone, sir. I'm trying to explain to the people what I'm going to do here. I guess I could just show them. It's going to be demolishing these magma cubes, turning them into the Froglights. We got extremely lucky that our nether highway went right from the nether hub where we spawned in and right into this bastion. And you know what's even cooler? There's another bastion back here. I have a beacon pretty much set up to go if we want to get more blackstone. The reason I have unlimited blackstone is because of these bastions. There are piglin brutes absolutely everywhere in here, and I'm going to spend an entire stream taking this down, so be on the lookout for that coming up pretty soon. The Froglight farm will most likely be the next project we tackle. This ghast, is he just still chilling under the lava? I think he is. He is not to be seen, but the Froglight farm is on the goal board. Oh, we got this guy up here. You're out of here, buddy. Whoa, that scream was atrocious. Get out. Give me the tears. You're loud and you are annoying. I will take your tear. Thank you very much. But yeah, the Froglight farm, it is on the goal board, and I've been doing a pretty good job of ignoring the goal board. I've been kind of getting sidetracked and doing other random projects, but it's all in good fun. The sunset going over the mountain looks amazing. These houses are looking cool. This might be my new favorite area once this is all done. Just got to turn this into stairs. Well, I guess we can get some polished stairs, and then we need to kind of split this in half to get some of the slabbage of each variety. This is kind of refreshing. I never really used diorite in my builds either, so it's nice to get used to all this. Are there any blocks that you guys just kind of ignore? I feel like diorite, I don't hate diorite at all, but it's just something that I kind of ignore quite a bit. These zombies are pretty annoying. Guys, go bother somebody else. You too, dude. Quit your creeping. And I love how zombies will just pick up the flesh of other zombies too, like, you will pay for killing my friend. Alright, am I crazy or did that arrow just go right through this guy? That was kind of nuts. Maybe I just need to work on my aim a little bit. I see a witch on the building. Dude, what are you? Get out. You don't even deserve a smack from the sword. I'm just gonna smack you. Yeah, try and hit me with a potion from down there. It's not gonna work. You're just making a fool out of yourself, sir. You know what? You're gonna have to be gone. I always forget these guys just heal themselves, so he's never gonna be gone unless I hit him twice. I think right here might be the first time I ever use any sandstone as a part of the roof that wasn't in like a desert biome. This is kind of unfounded right now. This is awesome. I think right here is the first building I've ever put in this hardcore world where I used any sandstone that wasn't like a part of the desert or anything like that. From far away it might look similar to the diorite, but you know, that's okay. Just a little bit of color difference is all I need. Looks like we have our first villager that's trying to join the community. Sir, you're gonna have to go. We aren't taking any admissions yet. And you're not even a villager. Get out of here. Even at night when the visibility's kind of low, you can still see all of the different colors of the roof, and that is all that matters to me. I want this place to look like it's flourishing. Now with a lot of these roofs built, we can start to add even more color. So let's start right here. For example, let's get some mangrove slabs in between the diorite. These red roofs are really going to make the village pop from far away. Also, sorry if you guys can occasionally hear the cicadas in the background. They are outside my house right now, and I can hear them through my window. I record kind of close to a window, and dude, these cicadas are insane. I knocked like 4 of them off my gutter the other day, just the shells, and they're everywhere outside right now. So that's looking pretty nice right there. I like the red and the white together. The only thing that's going to make it look better is adding more colors to the sides, so let's get some bamboo over here. Of course it's raining. It's always raining when I'm trying to record, but you know what? Slapping all of this color down right here has got me thinking I can make blue roofs now out of prismarine bricks and prismarine. Maybe not dark prismarine because I don't have a squid farm yet, but let's go to the guardian farm and get some blue blocks. On my way there, I do want to show you guys a brand new starter house that we built right here. Nice and cozy. I started finally getting some smaller builds in between these larger builds. And I know some people in the comment section lately have been asking me to please fill in this empty space. I know it's kind of ugly. I will get a build right here. I don't know what I want in this center grove area, but on the sides, I'm going to start getting some smaller starter house builds in. And thanks again for watching all the long plays, I do appreciate it. I know some people really like the commentary videos, but for those of you that like the no commentary videos, thank you for watching. There it is in all its glory. I love having an excuse to fly back here every episode. Down into the storage hall, we should have plenty of... Oh my god, yeah, plenty of prismarine to use. Let's get a couple bricks as well. We are absolutely loaded with prismarine, man. I love this place. It's just never-ending blocks. Also, wait, I fixed this. Wait, how are you here? I fixed the Guardian Farm. I don't even know how you got here. Get out. I made it so they couldn't spawn with all of these. How are they still spawning? If anybody knows what's going on and why they are still spawning in here, please let me know. I thought I took away their ability to spawn by making it only a 1x1 space, but I guess I was wrong. These blocks might not look as good in the rain rather than in the sunlight, but at least we got it going on right now. I really like the way this is looking. This will be my first time ever using prismarine as a part of like little starter house builds, and I am already loving it. In between the bricks, this looks pretty good. I've never used this combo. It's nice to have some brighter colors over here, considering this future mill is the closest building to this entire deep slate castle. It's so dark over here, but it's nice to have some brighter colors. Flying past, we got blue, red, yellow, black, gray, brown, white. Man, this is cool. Let's get a little bit more prismarine over on this side. Back home real quick, because I need... Okay, hold on. Let's flip that back up. I need a bunch of lanterns. I have a bunch of chains. We're going to have to start doing some wall defense to chain to lantern action. It's time to start thinking about some of the interiors as well. I just want to make sure a lot of these colors don't end up clashing on the roof, so I'm going to start kind of making it more fluid. And, whoa, I hear lava somewhere. Wait, hold on. If I go down a little bit, is there a lava lake down here? Or what am I hearing? This is way too close for comfort. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, it's right there. I'm glad we saw this. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. I do not want anything to get burnt up. That is a satisfying sound. We are going to have to, now that this is a dark cave, get all of this lit up, and I think we should be good to go. All of the other lava is kind of hidden under that obsidian, and hopefully it doesn't burn up this house. I'm going to have to light it up on the inside before we get the landscaping going, because we have the roofs on top, and that means no direct sunlight, which means there are going to be some possible creepers in here. I want to get the windows in here as well, and before I get the wall defense to chain to lantern action, I want to hook up all of the corresponding stairs to the wood types. That looks much better right here. I might not do that to every build, but a lot of the corners are just right angles, and I don't really like that. I love to have the stairs on top of those right angles, but let's get the wall, then we got the fence, then we got the chain, and then we got the lanterns. These are an absolute staple in all of the builds, and I will not be treating these builds any differently. Something that's not a staple, though, is using nether wart blocks. I have a couple stacks of these with me, just because I was thinking about, you know, we can go right here, right on this side of the mountain. Let's go ahead and just see what this looks like on the inside of the stripped oak. It's a very vibrant red, so I'm not sure if it's going to work, but, you know, there's only one way to find out. Oh, wow, yeah, that is very red. I mean, this is extremely vibrant. It's only going to be in a couple of the buildings, though, just, you know, just to make them a little bit more unique. And back into the wall defense to chain to lantern action, of course. I wonder if there's ever going to be a day when I don't use this type of styling for the lighting. Not bad at all. Now I can start to think about moving some of the builds outward and bringing some of the same decorations to the bottom. This is some of my favorite part of decorating, and I'm doing it over and over and over again. I'm having a blast right now. I'm back at the resin farm right now. I always forget how crazy this dome looks on the inside, but I need to head down and grab some resin blocks. Trying to think of different colors to use around town. I think resin bricks and possibly some blue... Oh man, the Endermen have been here again. But possibly some blue ice, getting that from the auto storage and bringing it back to the town. This could help make the town a little bit more colorful. But grabbing some blue ice from the auto storage could help make the town a little bit more colorful alongside these resin bricks. Grab a couple stacks of the packed ice, and I might be back later to grab some of these nether bricks or even the red nether bricks. I just wanted to quickly try this before I forgot, and using the red nether brick stairs over some of this wart block, I mean, that's pretty cool. And then next door, we can hop in this empty building and start using some of these resin bricks. Oh, I always forget how weird the sound is of placing these blocks. They definitely don't sound like you're placing any bricks, that's for sure. But they do look pretty cool, and it'll be a nice addition to this town. It's getting pretty cool seeing more and more colors work their way into the city center. I think this packed ice is going to work out pretty well. These blue-colored walls are going to fit in just fine. The good part about getting all of these walls in is finally figuring out where exactly we need to landscape and where the houses are going to touch the ground. Not all of them need to be landscaped down to the ground, but this one right here in particular, these are going to be down in. I mean, we might have some dirt that kind of rolls over the top, and that's no big deal. It's still a natural landscape in between these houses. You can see the erosion coming all the way down in between the houses, and I like that feeling. The houses that come over the wall, these are going to be pretty much touching the ground as well. But I would like to start focusing on some of these roofs. We have quite a bit of wood that needs to be covered up and detailed. So like with this mangrove roof right here, let's get some mangrove trapdoors. Same thing with some of these bamboo roofs. They're not all the same, but some of them need, yeah, just a little bit of love. Slap these down, and I always forget how awesome the sound of the bamboo is. Some of the roofs ended up being jungle wood, so we have to add some jungle trapdoors as well. In between these houses, I'm still working on getting a lot of the dirt and stone turned into stone brick walls, just so it looks a little bit nicer on the way up to the back of the house. This is an important part of the build, and I don't want to ignore it. We're going to bring some stone up this side. We're going to have to cover up this entire cave. No more dirt along the stairs, but as soon as we get up here, we can start to cover this up and bring the grass into the stone walls. We're going to have to do some extra landscaping back here, especially if we want these pathways behind the houses to work. We got to take out enough grass back here so I can at least have enough space for 2 blocks. We can take these stairs out and then connect the path up to this little hallway. Please, dirt, you will have to be gone. And pretty much all of these areas, as soon as I feel like I've brought back the walls enough, I'm going to add some more stone bricks to make a little retaining wall. It is nice to have the rolling dirt in between some of the houses, but most of the build is going to have some nice, clean walls to retain all of this erosion. Then we can just fill in the back to make it flat behind the wall as well. And it's already looking so much cleaner back here. Starting to put some thought into how we're going to make the entrances back here into the back side of the houses, and I'm thinking for some houses like this where the levels just directly line up with this window, we'll turn this into a door, and you know what? We can actually take some spruce trapdoors and make a small bridge that brings us over to the house. We can use jungle trapdoors for this specific bridge on the side so that we don't fall off. Take the second row out, hop back up, we'll flip these guys right up here, and boom. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all, though. Now we can quickly get in and out of this house, and I mean, you know what? We could start to make some entrances that lead up to the doors as well. I've seen a lot of houses in real life that look just like this, where the staircase is almost at like a 45-degree angle, reaching right to their front door. We're lucky enough that this house right here, the window is already on the main floor, so we could just bring some grass over to get the path that leads right to this window. Well, I guess we'll turn this window into a door. We're gonna have to take out these stairs, get some more grass in. I feel like it's important to make sure these houses feel like they have neighbors that they can walk to their front door. Or the back door in this case. We have a couple more back here that I would like to add that to. Get the stairs going right here and add it right up to the path. I mean, that's nice and cozy. A lot of these interiors still need to be worked on, as you can see. Some of them are still filled with dirt. Slowly but surely, we're getting all of these turned into walls and floors, and alright, now we have an entrance. But again, no entrance is complete until we have all of the stone walls put in. I hear a zombie somewhere. Like, he's like right in this house. He can't be in here, though. No one's in. Well, I guess something could spawn in here. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. But there's gotta be a zombie here somewhere. Is he under the staircase? Oh man, he is right here. Dude, get out of town. What are you doing? Why are you living in my walls? Now I'm on fire. That is unacceptable. Hold on. You gotta be kidding me. This was a 1x2 space for that zombie to spawn here. What are the odds? Back to this back alley, though, I'd like there to be a little bit of light overhanging on the sides, because, I mean, I don't want all of the light to just be coming from the houses. We gotta get some city lights in, and that looks pretty nice. Just trying to do what I can to prevent any mob spawning close to the retaining wall. I excavated a huge wall of dirt right here, and we have a nice little overhang using some stairs to kind of bring it all back, make it look like it's not about to fall over, but the dirt doesn't look too good, so I'm gonna fly back. Let's get some vines real quick. It's gonna be items like the vine that really make the build pop a little bit more in the background. It's possible we end up taking some of this dirt out, but for now, I just wanted to see what all the vines look like as it starts to gradually make its way down the hill. It all should stop at the trapdoors, but if it goes on the house a little bit, that'd be alright. The back here doesn't look too bad, though. I think in some spots I'd like to just get some composters in. We could also get some barrels in, random deco pots, more composters, even some furnaces just to make it seem like we have some life back here. There will be life eventually, but for now, we don't really have any villagers. I will bring them in, but it's going to be nice to have a bunch of random assortment of blocks. The villagers will be able to come back and use these work blocks if they want, but they obviously do not have to. I'll be decorating the interiors a little bit so that they can use the work blocks in there as well. If we turn around though, there's a little bit of work that I would like to do to the houses. Let's get some grindstones into chains, into some end rods hanging from the roof. As you can see, we do have a lot of trapdoors on the side of these builds, but I don't necessarily have any window shutters, and I think I might use mainly oak for the shutters. We're gonna have to bring out some detail on the side of these builds. Even up against the birch, the oak does look pretty good as a shutter. I do have stairs covering every window, and unfortunately there's no blue stairs in this game really yet that match the color of the packed ice, so I'm just gonna use some campfires to cover that, and we'll get another oak trapdoor right below. For some extra lighting around town and, you know, just a little bit more greenery, let's go ahead and get... Well, I guess I didn't need to shears that because the stair is right there, but over here we'll get this in, we can get it sheared, get the bone meal in, and we have some extra light now. A lot of these builds were looking a little plain, like especially this little diagonal one that I tried to fit in, but if we get some of the glowberries in, man, that just makes it pop way more. Also, for most of these builds, we're going to be using white stained glass instead of the regular glass, and you know what? The cherry door on most of these builds is going to be a staple. Gotta hop upstairs as well. Let's slap you in. Let's get you, and you. Some builds, like the one with the bridge right here, I'm going to go down below. We're going to get some bone meal down here as well on the glowberries, just to get some light down next to this lower retaining wall where some possible mobs could spawn. See if I can fly up here. Ouch, okay, well, we made it. Let's get some windows up in this guy. I've never used a cherry door against blackstone, and I actually really like the way that looks. Every single build is going to be having a crafting table in the entrance, and boom, more cherry doors, looking pretty good. We're going to get azaleas on pretty much every single build, and oh, I guess I forgot a trap door. Hold on. I guarantee you there's going to be many spots where I've forgotten trapdoors, but I'm going to go around and add azaleas to pretty much all of these builds. I do really appreciate the second tier retaining walls, though. I tried to clean it up from the bottom, so even this one in between these two houses, there's 1, 2, and 3. Even I couldn't jump over it with my elytra, and that's a good thing. These builds are really coming together back here. I am just absolutely loving this right now. Yep, looks like I forgot even more trapdoors. This is about to be a staple in this town. I've decided that some houses are going to have front yards, because this back alleyway pretty much stops at this house right here. So if I jump down, I'll show you what I was kind of thinking. If I go through here, they have a little bit of a staircase and a little bit of a front yard. And so you know what we could do? We could get it fenced in to make it feel like a little bit more cozy up here, a little bit more private. Get some more bamboo fence on the way down. I feel like that looks nice, and the bamboo fence really brings it out. But yeah, not every build is going to have an entrance from the back, so we got to get it from the bottom. But these ones over here, these are going to be coming from the back. I have a staircase going through these two buildings and along the back side of these guys, all the way up to this super tall one on the middle. I was kind of running into an issue, though. I don't want every building to have a staircase up to the front door. It would just start to look very repetitive. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go to the back, and we are going to build a cave. I already went through to make sure it would connect, but we need to excavate this a little bit more. Let's do ourselves a favor, though, make it a little bit wider so that we have plenty of room to replace the stone on the sides with the stone brick. We're gonna have one entrance that goes about halfway through the cave and leads straight to the in-between right here, maybe just for a little bit of a lookout. I don't know if it's gonna go into these buildings directly, but if you go all the way through, then we have a separate staircase that brings you right down to the main path. Gotta make sure we take out the ceiling as well. Stone brick on every side just makes it feel like it's really not gonna fall on your head. Right now, this cave is looking so much cleaner. It actually feels like it's a part of the town. which is exactly what we wanted. If I get back here, we have some more pathways that need to be set up. I have a little bit of a path that goes down to what will be some farms, but we'll get that done in a little bit. I need to build a staircase behind some of these houses, so let's get this set up and then start to move our way up the hill. It is nighttime. I am hoping there's no creepers that pop out, but we should be okay. Let's get some of the spruce stairs in. The beginning of this little custom cave we could just turn into dirt so that we can continue the path blocks in here from the main path, but once we get in, I'm probably just going to end up replacing all of the stone or just covering the stone with the spruce. I'm thinking even down here all the way through, it might look a lot better if we just have spruce floors. Dirt be gone, and spruce, you can come over here. Coming up some of these side alleys, I noticed the dirt back here could be covered up, so let's just get some flowers in there. That looks a lot nicer. Some of these back alleys could use some more barrels, and I guess some other types of blocks randomized in here. Moving down to the main level real quick, because I feel like we should get some more blocks down here just to get everything colored up a little bit. But if we move back up, I do have parts of the wall to finish. Let's get, probably from here over to this part of the build. Just another small wall to stop any erosion. Gotta fix some of these walls if I want this farm to work back here. Yeah, let's get the stone bricks under here. We got a small staircase going right down into the farm. I need to get one more stone brick, maybe right there. Okay, that looks a lot better. I probably should fix this one. It's facing the wrong direction. It doesn't really look correct, but now it does. Got the water in the middle. I have the hoe on us right now, and let's turn this into a mini wheat farm that probably I'm going to have to put on the other side of the build as well. These little wheat farms are going to what makes the build all come together, really, because then it actually has life, and food growing and crops growing I feel like that's important. Another entrance to this build. I think we could go right here with some stairs, and okay, that's not bad at all. We're just going to have to turn this guy into a door. Get some more cherry wood back here. Boom. And the upside down tough stair. Boom. Now that's looking nice. There's a lot of people out there in the world that like to have one specific type of flower in their garden. Like this house over here, they might like roses a lot. So let's just get a rose garden in. Usually everywhere in this world, I've been spamming every type of flower everywhere, but not today. These people are going to have their own free will, and they're going to choose to have lilac gardens and rose gardens. And that's because I told them to. But not too bad. It's looking nice and cozy in a lot of these back spaces. You can come down here. Got a nice little farm. Man, this is great. And we can go all the way up to the top. This is looking good too. I still need to figure out where I want this to wrap around. I might have the stone come over to this side of the staircase and then maybe just kind of disconnect the village from the barn. Or we could get a path going from the village over to the barn. Having all of this connected might be kind of nice, but I'm going to think about that in a little bit. I want to focus on something that's a little bit more important, and that's putting the builds in the water. We have some staircases that I need to get down here, and I need to make some docks. It'd be cool if most of the houses had their own boat slip to walk out to, so I will start right here in about like this middle area, and we'll drop down. I'm going to get some spruce logs out, work our way down with some slabbage, and continue on with more logs and more slabs. I feel like the build is going to start looking very complete as soon as we have all of these docks done. I think I'm going to have this all held up by some fencing. And we'll get some more dark oak stairs under the logs. And okay, so that's looking good so far. Now we bring it out into the water a little bit more. I'm going to use actual logs for the pillars on each side. I was considering using some spruce trap doors down on the bottom that leads into the water, but you know, I think campfires are just going to look a little bit better. Ouch, that was my feet. Let's get over here. Take all these out, and you know what? Maybe we could use some spruce trap doors on the side to kind of make a barrier. That looks pretty nice. I like that a lot. And then maybe on the way up, I already have them with me. Well, let's use the oak trap doors as a little bit of a fence. Okay, now it's coming together. Nothing that can really let us fall off. Let's get the spruce stairs right here so that we can jump down. And okay, this is looking pretty good. A couple misplaced campfires, though. Let's get that replaced with some spruce trap doors and call this dock finished. Then we can move to the other side. I'm going to get like at least 10 more of them in here. If I'm able to fit at least 6 of these boat slips in here, then that would be pretty nice. I just want to make it seem like the water is alive and well also. And if I could just stop burning my feet by accident, that would be pretty cool too. I'm wondering if stocking this lake with fish would be a good idea, but I think that might just increase the lag over in this area, and I just spent a good amount of time building an auto storage system to get rid of lag from this area, so maybe we shouldn't start that over again. Sometimes the only way to not burn your feet is to get some construction going while you're swimming. I kind of want to extend these a little bit also, that way we can get some fences over on the end so that we can tie boats up to it. Before we get a dock hooked up to this building, we gotta get some walls in, of course. This one will be interesting because usually on the docks or boat slips that I build in these worlds, I never have a building connected to it in the water, so this will be kind of fun. The docks really don't look too bad, especially when there's about 10 of them going all the way around. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess the 6th one is pretty big, and then 7 and 8, 9, and then all the way around here we have 10, and oh my god, actually there's 11. We gotta get some floral down here, so I'm sprinkling in ferns into all of these. Let's hop over here, boom, and got some fern action going. I really gotta start using ferns more often. These are one of the best plants in the game. This one over here being doubled up is so fun. I just love that you can enter from the top and then go down to the left or the right. Also, this house finally has an overhang, but I think we could finish it up by getting a little bit more spruce over here and adding a little bit more light. I know there's probably a lot of lanterns already in the build, maybe too much, but you know what? There can never be enough lanterns. Slap some jungle gates down, and okay, that looks pretty good. In pretty much any lake that you're customizing or building, lily pads are a must. These things are just absolutely beautiful. Getting some more green around town. Maybe we could take away some of these flowers up front, and let's just get another farm here for a farming villager to come and make this his home. Get some water in the ground, and you know what? I think we might actually have to get some carrots in here. I have a lot of wheat fields already, but the carrots are going to be what really pops down here. Across the pond in someone's front yard, let's work on getting a little bit of a beet farm. Gotta get more water in so the ground stays hydrated. Get these guys hoed. And in come the beetroot seeds. These always look good too. And of course it's raining again, but the hay is always gonna look good no matter rain or shine. I'm gonna start putting this around town a little bit more, especially up against the edge of the cliffs. I just think this will look nice. Also, if we fly back to the wheat field, I feel like maybe we should get some wheat over here, like in the corners, too. We'll get some farms up above on the cliffs as well, so the farmers don't have to just be on the main level. They can go to pretty much anywhere they want to farm. We're talking about a lot of farming without having really any farmers in the village, and I'm kind of missing the presence of villagers, so I'm thinking before we even finish the build, I'm just going to start transporting some villagers. Let's get that done. Back at the custom village here called Cobblecrest, and all of the sleeping villagers tonight, they're gonna wake up in the morning wondering where the heck did this floating dirt path come from. We could use boats, we could use happy gas, but my favorite way of transporting villagers is just simply putting them in the minecart. Been using my elytra quite a bit. Oh, what are you doing in the boat down there, dude? Oh, he's not despawning anytime soon. He's got himself an arrow to hold on to. He's here permanently. But I was just thinking, since I've been using my elytra for so long, getting back and forth between everywhere in this town, I have just forgotten how long it takes to get over here on foot. And these guys are not walking anywhere anytime soon, so I'm gonna have to get them moving with the powered rails. This is gonna be a good time. I usually only do these rail systems for trading halls, but I think that it's gonna be a good time when the villagers realize that they can go anywhere they want. They're not going to be stuck in a little trading spot their whole life. They can have some free will for once. Time for the difficult task of getting some of these guys in. Okay, perfect. So he's already in. Now I'm only sending villagers like this guy, because he doesn't really have a job. Technically, he's just a novice, so he's not locked in on anything. Like, this guy's a master. I like to get some campfires from him. And what are you doing? Are you stuck on this drip leaf right here? Dude, come on. It's so easy just to go around the drip leaf, but these guys just choose to get stuck. And as I turned around, this guy got pushed onto the track. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Okay, we're following. Off to your new home, buddy. I hope you enjoy it. Right now, I'm just going to have the villagers go over to the left side, but in a moment, I'll probably just send a couple of them over to the right side so the village can feel full. And also that way, while I'm building, I can always have a villager watching. But this guy is already here. Dude, I hope... Oh my god, I just sent him off by accident. Oh, he almost went into the water. He's right on the cliff. My bad, dude. That was not very nice of me. Hold on, let's get this set up so that that doesn't happen again, and boom. If it's possible for me to get him a little bit further away from the cliff... There we go. Okay, jeez, that was close. Got another guy to push right here. Don't worry, buddy. You'll be able to find a job in the new town. You're just a novice. You got a whole life ahead of you. So now he is off. Let's get a couple more. Luckily, this villager doesn't have a job. Oh, never mind. Spoke a little bit too soon. Let's take away the fletching table. Dude, no more job for you. Thank you. Let's push you down here. I don't want him to go this direction. And all right, he is off. So he's getting sent down. We got a group of them on the far side. And hold on, let's take this away and redirect the path so that, yep, here he is. He's coming. And this guy will be a perfect addition to all of the villagers that are closer to my city. The cleric already lost his job. This guy doesn't even have a job. Let's go ahead and get rid of their minecarts so that they can wander around, hopefully just losing their jobs. And maybe I should get a bell and some beds over here so that they feel like they're more at home. And what are these guys doing? Are they trying to escape? It looks like they have an escape plan going right now. What are you guys doing? It's like they're all working together to push this last guy up so that he can go back to the village to warn the other villagers to just run away. Here's what I'm gonna do, though. Let's get you pushed back down. I'm just gonna break... Oh, hold on. I'm just gonna break this so that nothing like that happens. Jeez! Okay, this is absolutely wild. Why is this happening? I think we need to break these guys' minecarts as well. Stop trying to run away. Oh, wait, they can't... Wait, this is bad. Hold on. Hold on. Luckily, this last guy is here to stop him from running away, but I'm just gonna put this here. Now there's absolutely no way you can leave. Take this guy out of his minecart, and then this guy out of his minecart. Oh, it looks like there's one down here that's still stuck. There you go, buddy. Listen, guys, you'll be able to leave as soon as you lose your jobs. I'm gonna go get a bell and some beds, and maybe you'll be more at home. Started placing some work blocks around town. We got grindstones, we got lecterns, some looms, and even some brewing stands. I got a cartographer that's able to come take this station if they want to, but let's get the bells up. We'll get some beds around town that'll feel like park benches with some trap doors behind them, but these guys are gonna have to take the beds whether they like it or not. It is the only way I will let you escape from this little dirt prison. These guys don't know how good they got it. We got jobs, we got beds. I mean, what could be better than that? Now is probably a good time to get some of the interiors decorated so that the villagers feel comfortable moving in. We'll get a bed next to the desk, and on the desk we can just get a furnace, and wait, hold on, let's get a furnace right here. Let's get a work block like a grindstone so that they can work, and then, you know, a little flour. Nothing too special. I feel like they only need the basic necessities. While they're in the middle of losing their old jobs and trying to get the new ones, I'm gonna start getting some specific flower types in the gardens here. We'll get a pitcher plant garden. And we probably should get a couple of them because these are just so colorful. They add so much to every village. If one of the villagers wants to go up this staircase, I mean, we could just get a library under this opening here and get some more lecterns in so that the libraries feel the need to come work. But I guess they might not even be able to get up here unless they go all the way around these buildings and down the staircase, so I might need to just build a jungle staircase that leads directly to the path from both sides. This current path can just move a little bit to the right as we get the stairs moving up, but let's go ahead and see what this will look like. We'll for sure have to make it seem like it's supported, so I guess, well, let's make these stairs a little bit better by adding some under. Gotta get some stairs on the other side. Oh, that was perfect. We lined that up just right. But now we need a fence so the villagers don't fall off. They could take a lot of damage right here. Could have some supports with the dark oak stairs, just so it doesn't seem like it's just hanging and free-floating. And in between these, we could even get some cobbled deep slate walls just for extra support. And I'm liking this a lot because now we don't have a giant stone brick wall that is kind of useless. We have a little bit of a function for this now. I think the only thing we have to worry about is the villagers falling and taking a bunch of damage. This is like 10 blocks tall, so we got to get a fence up. We'll make the path a little thicker in the spots where it's thinning out, but okay, that looks good right there. I guess let's start getting some acacia trapdoors up here. This will make for a good, colorful fence. A lot of villagers have a hard time jumping over trapdoors from this side anyway, so I feel like this will be a good idea. They're definitely not the most athletic mobs in the game, that's for sure. This is looking much safer for sure, but I do want to get some lighting down here, the same lighting that we were using on the other side over there on the erosion retaining walls. With the sun rays coming in from behind these buildings right here, this view is gorgeous. So the villagers from up here will have the opportunity to go into a couple different houses. They can go all the way up to the tippy top if they want to become some librarians, hop into this house if they want to call that home. Get a little torch flower garden up here, and if they also want to go up the other side, they can as well. And we even made a path that goes all the way up to the top of this mountain. And up here, I'm not really sure what project is going to go up here. I've mentioned in the past that I want... Oh, we have an egg! Thank you, chicken, for the egg, but in the past I've mentioned that I want a melon and pumpkin farm that feeds down into our farmer trading hall, but we still got to get that done. At least we have a path that leads all the way up here now, though. It makes it much easier to kind of connect these builds. This is a little bit of a tricky area. I think I'm going to take down some of these plants, and we can get a beetroot farm in. I still have all my beetroots, and I still have the hoe with me right here. Let's do this. Let's get the water in the center, and boom, and let's get to gardening. There's going to be a lot of empty areas that I need to find throughout this build, I'm guessing, so I'm going to fill them all in with farms. And as the gardens grow, it'll get more colorful, and everything will just be much more vibrant. Across from this little beetroot garden, I'm going to get another lilac garden over here. This big pink area will look good from far away, that's for sure. It's kind of cool how you can wind through here, though. We have that awning that leads over to this little garden, and we can go back down to the other gardens that lead to the other homes where the villagers can live at. My fear right now, though, is that if I let them go before they lose their old jobs, they would just run back to the other village. So I'm going to do everything I can to stop that from happening, just like building some more houses that they might want to get up to. This path right here was the tallest point that the villagers could walk on, but I feel like they might be more comfortable, and I have no idea what they're thinking, but this is just my thought. They might want to go up this hill over here, so I'm going to give them some more beds and some more buildings to call home. Maybe if I just keep making them look nice with the wall defense to chain to lantern action, it might make the process a little easier for them. It might make these homes just a little bit more sellable. Also, another way to make the houses look better, a little bit more desirable, is to add some foliage to the side. Just need some trapdoors and some azalea leaves, and that looks much better. I think some chimneys might help make them look better as well. Let's go ahead and get one right here. Let's take that out. Go up about 3, maybe 4 blocks with the bricks. We'll start burning my feet with the campfires and get some trapdoors around that to cover it up. That is perfect. All of these builds might need a chimney, but not all of them will need a campfire, so we don't have smoke coming out of every house. Time to make one final trip to one of these trading halls on the other side of the town. I'm going to head to the masonry because this is where I store all my quartz, and I think the flags on a lot of these builds are going to end up tying all of them together. I spent about a month on the interior of this build, so I always love having an excuse to come back to this one just as much as the Guardian farm. But let's grab ourselves some quartz slabs, and then we'll be on our way. Pretty much every building that I've made in this world so far has a flag on top. So let's go over here. The one that I just built the chimney on, we're going to get a flag right next to it. We'll go with the same type of block with the cobbled deep slate wall, and I'm misplacing stuff already, but get an oak fence. We'll get up right here. I like to get 4 on each side. Just makes it feel a little bit more present, and if we want the wind to be blowing a certain direction, I feel like it would be blowing away from the town, so let's just go over here. We'll get 1, we got 2, 3, and 4, but I'm gonna have to drop down and get you right there. Now we can take a step back, and all of these builds are gonna start coming together. I forgot a quartz slab right on top. Hold on, we need 8, not 7. What am I thinking? Looking pretty sweet, though. As I'm flying around, though, I'm seeing so many details that I missed. Like right down here, there's a window that we do not have on the 2nd floor. Now that we have villagers, windows are extra important because we don't want any villagers popping out and falling down taking damage. Now we have something to look at on both sides, on the right and the left, and while we're up here, I'm going to fly over to the mill and finally get this thing in the water. We need fencing going down 2 blocks in every direction, and then on the tips of them, we're going to go boom. Oh, that's wrong, but we need to get the beehives right here. There we go. We're going to make a circle out of these using the barrels in the center, and then we got some oak stairs to go on the outside. That'll make it even more circular. Let's get the grass out of the way. I got to get a slab on the bottom, and I have oak trap doors that'll go right there. Anything that's not touching the water is getting a button. Okay, so that looks pretty good. But it would look even better if we had spruce trapdoors right there. Boom and boom. So now the mill is looking more like a mill, but it'll look even better if we just go ahead and double this up. Slap all these guys in, and we are complete. Well, never mind, hold on. We gotta get this out of the way. We gotta get back up here. Let's jump up. I put a slab there by accident. A stair? Now that's complete. Can't really see it until you hop onto WaxFraud's little waterfall, but there it is in all its glory. There's a couple spots that are missing their gardens, and I believe I saw it from far away right here. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of new blue plants everywhere. It's about time we get a warped root garden in this world. Think I see a spot right here that's missing some warped roots, and okay. So many Hus behind me. Have these guys even... Oh man, they still have their jobs. What are you guys doing? The warped roots are going all the way up this hill, and it might be kind of fun if we brought them all the way back to this alley too. Then on the other side of the sidewalk, we can get the pitcher plants filled in, and there's so many flowers back here now. It's about time we got ourselves a torch flower garden going up the hill. We don't have too many torch flowers in this build yet, but you know what? Here we come. We have to get the most beautiful flower in the game in this build. We don't have too many cherry leaves, so I'm gonna get these stacked up on a couple empty composters. Get these wrapped around the corner. This will make it look much nicer. We have an Enderman up here that's kind of making himself at home. Where'd you go, buddy? Time for the ridge of the lake to get a little bit better looking. Let's get some amethyst clusters all the way around. I don't want to use too many, so I'm counting about 4 or 5 blocks in between every time I place one. I got the mushroom lamps with the end rods below them all throughout the build, but some extra light might be needed just to get this place lit up on the ground, and I'm going to use some jack-o'-lanterns with some sea pickles for that. Can fix up any dark corner very quickly. There's still a couple of torches around town, and so if I can get these replaced, that would be pretty cool. This place might need some more hay bales, so you know what? Let's go to the nearest village. I believe there's one in the mountains beyond where we did our episode 15 build, and I think we could possibly get some hay bales from there. Yep, I was correct. We got some hay bales right here. I know I've been to this village before, and I don't know when. But we left ourselves some hay bales, and for that I thank my past self. We got cats in here, we got horses, pigs, there's so many animals in this little gated area. And now I remember, I definitely have been here before because these foxes are tied up. What's up, guys? That should be good, though. I only really needed a couple hay bales. I just wanted to get some down here. Man, I gotta be careful to not look at that Enderman. Those guys can be very dangerous sometimes. I built a path from the farmer trading hall over to a few of these houses on the upper levels, and you know what? They need some hay bales too. One of the last things I wanted to do was actually tie up some of these boats to the fences. Can I get the lead on the boat? There we go, and boom. Now if there's a current that comes through this lake, the boats are not going anywhere. And I don't remember when this was added or if we were always able to do this, but I recently found out that you can tie these up for real, and I just love that. It's so realistic. I think we're about ready to get the villagers out, but first, let's go ahead and get rid of all of this railing system right here. It's kind of in the way of me being able to look at the build from far away. After this is kind of the moment of truth. I hope the villagers don't leave, but they might go back to Cobblecrest. Alright, here goes nothing. Let's let these guys out right here, and you guys are free, man. Just please don't leave. Some of them might, some of them are gonna stay. Wait, take your jobs. I'm gonna take you out of the minecart, take you out of the minecart, and okay, I hope these guys stay. They have every right to leave and go back home, but if they want to stay, that'd be even cooler. Let's get the path fixed up so that they don't think this place is dirtier than where they once were. And we still have one villager back here. Sorry, dude, to leave you hanging. Let's get you out, and you're good to go. Put the bell back up on the wall. Okay, wait a second. No, what happened there? Well, you guys saw that. That bell just disappeared. I have no idea how... Oh, it's back in my inventory. Did you see that? It just appeared right now. Okay, now we can put the bell there. Just hang out, guys. Just chill. And for all of you guys, let's let you out, and hopefully none of you guys run away, but I tried to get them to become farmers, but none of them took the bait. Let's get the rest of the grass out. I got composters just making a tower. Same with the crafting tables. Let's get these guys out of here. Looks like some of these guys are staying, hanging out. Some of these guys just went straight to the water. Dude, what are you guys doing here? I have to push them back up. You're embarrassing yourselves. Come on. There's a few guys that went right over to the waterfall. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Oh, he just went all the way across, and he's down. I was going to say, he's getting back home quickly. I knew it. Some of these guys wanted to go back home, but you know what? For the ones that want to stay, I hope they make some baby villagers and get some generations going here. Let's take a look up here on the top of Waxtros. I just want to get a look from a bird's eye view, and oh man, this place is looking crazy right now. I think we did it. We have a custom village completely made out of a bunch of randomized blocks, and thank you guys for being here with me. I could not have done this without you guys chilling with me on stream and watching these videos. Man, this was just such a fun project to complete. Still got some torches around town that we need to get out, but I'm probably going to find them every now and then. I'm probably going to come back here every now and then just to add a couple new blocks that get added to the game, or if I have any random ideas, I'll probably come back to get some new blocks added. But I just love that everywhere you turn, we have a brand new area that's lit up and always ready for new villagers to come in. Even back here in the tunnels, the villagers are welcome to make these places their homes. They can chill down by the docks on the main level, or the second level, or even the third levels back up here. There's even a way for them to go all the way up to the tippy top of the hill, and I guess if they wanted to go to the other village over by episode 15, they definitely could. But this is pretty sweet. We have 31 total houses in this build, and I could not have had any more fun building them. I wonder what these guys are up to. I've been trying to help them by setting down some trap doors so they can walk on and get right back up to the village, but they don't seem to want any help whatsoever. I'll just get another plank right here. I'm just going to push them onto the grass, and maybe they'll go up the stairs. I don't know what's going on with them. I can only do so much for them. Maybe their AI doesn't want them to go over the campfires, but oh, okay. Nope, you don't want any help? I guess you don't need help. Eventually they'll figure it out. They don't necessarily need my help. They can make it on their own. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This was so much fun. I cannot believe we got this done. It took me a couple weeks to get all this built, but man, was it worth it. This is looking beautiful. I'm gonna get back up on WaxFraud here because this bird's eye view, I'm gonna get on the flag. Yeah, this bird's eye view from up here is just amazing. There's no spot left untouched. Now what I'll have to do is in a future episode get the mining operation behind the village done on the side over here. I'm also thinking it'd be cool if a big monorail system was hanging over the city itself. That would just be amazing. But guys, again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of the support on this series. This was episode 21 and episode 22. We're going to be doing a frog light farm, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you for joining on the Twitch streams and on the YouTube streams. You guys rock. And you know what? Just remember to take care of yourselves. Do something nice for somebody, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. See ya!